So, hello everybody, welcome back to another gameplay video of Genshin Impact. ये obviously it's a 4.9 update. हमें यहाँ email मिलने वाली है. And another thing, belated happy independence day to all of you. 78th independence. ये हमारा 78 का मतलब 'इस बात को डिनाई नहीं करना चाहूँगा ऑब्वियसली ऑफ कोर्स. मतलब एक यूट्यूबर है डॉनी बॉक्स बोल के, वो भी तो क्रिएटिव में रहता है एंड ही डूज लॉट ऑफ स्टफ यूजिंग द जावा. और सिंस हमारे कॉलेज में थैंकफुली जावा सिखा रहे हैं, सो या मैं भी जावा यूज़ करने वाला हूँ. पर एक प्रॉब्लम है कि मैं माइनक्राफ्ट का वीडियो मैं डाल नहीं सकता. क्या है ना, OBS में पता नहीं क्यों मैं डी लॉन्चर से माइनक्राफ्ट डाल ही नहीं पा रहा हूँ. मतलब इसमें गेम कैप्चर मोड में जो होता है उसमें हम एक होता है कैप्चर स्पेसिफिक विंडो बोल के, तो कैप्चर स्पेसिफिक विंडो में एक्चुअली वो माइनक्राफ्ट. चलो गेम को दिखाते हैं यार. मैं यहाँ बात भी करेंगे, गेम भी दिखाएंगे. सो हाँ, तो बात कहाँ था. हाँ, तो माइनक्राफ्ट वो शो नहीं हो रहा है समहाउ, तो मैंने छोड़ो. वैसे भी माइनक्राफ्ट का कंटेंट तो मुझसे भी बढ़िया गेमर फ्लीट है, स्मार्टी पाई है, ये लोग तो है ही ऑलरेडी. और मैं अभी भी वेट कर रहा हूँ हीरो ब्रांड SMP का. लास्ट मैंने हीरो ब्रांड SMP 2021 को देखा था. आई मीन तब तक मेरे लिए थोड़ा देर हो गया. मैं लेटेस्ट लाइव स्ट्रीम देखा हूँ, पर पूरा सीरीज़ को मैंने 2021 में लास्ट देखा, यानी अभी है 2024. 3 साल से मैं वेट कर रहा हूँ हीरो ब्रांड SMP का, तो कोई वीडियो नहीं है. खैर छोड़ो, क्या ही फ़र्क पड़ता है अब. यहाँ हीरो ब्रांड SMP नहीं है, यहाँ फ्रीड SMP नहीं है. फिर वहाँ रॉनी का एक हास्यांदा का जो सीरीज़ था वो तो सालों से ही बंद है. मतलब वो हीरो ब्रांड SMP के बीच में जाके पूरा सीरीज़ ही बंद कर दिया. रॉकनी गेम्स में अब वो आता नहीं है. हाँ, सालों से वेट कर रहा, फ़र्क क्या पड़ता है. खैर, सो यार हैप्पी इंडिपेंडेंस डे टू ऑल ऑफ यू. बिलेटेड एंड एडवांस रक्षा बंधन. ये वीडियो वैसे ही संडे को जाने वाला है. सो एडवांस रक्षा बंधन टू एवरीवन इंक्लूडिंग माय ओन सिस्टर चुनमुनी दी. अगर ये वीडियो देख रही हो तो यार हैप्पी रक्षा बंधन. मानता हूँ मैं आप बहुत दूर हो, पर या ये वीडियो एंड ऑफ कोर्स दुबई दी तोमाकेओ और या सबाई. और ऑफ कोर्स जो भी दीदीज लोग स्कूल में थे, आई गेस वो वीडियो देखते होंगे या फिर नहीं देखते होंगे या फिर पहचान नहीं पा रहे होंगे. अच्छी बात है. फिर भी हैप्पी इवन to those brothers or to those sisters out there watching my video, happy Raksha Bandhan and belated Independence Day, 78 Independence Day. और हाँ, मैं एक और चीज़, आई नो एक और मुद्दा चल रहा है कोलकाता में, पर मैं उस मुद्दे को लेकर मैं कुछ बात नहीं करने वाला. आई मीन कम ऑन, आई एम अ फ्रिकिंग टीनेजर. आई मीन मैं अभी 20 साल का होने वाला हूँ अगले महीने, पर स्टिल आई शुडंट टॉक अबाउट दिस. रिस्पॉन्सिबल एडल्ट्स एमिल जो नया कैरेक्टर है, मैं एमिल को पूरा बेसिक से आपको इंट्रोड्यूस करवाता. पहले ओह डैम, ओह अच्छा, ये तो मैंने वहाँ पर डेली चेकिंग, ये है रिडीम्पशन में. ओके, और सुना है कि 5.0 में गेंशिन आपको 10 फेट इंटरट्वाइंड देने वाले हैं, जो 5 स्टार पुल करने के लिए लगता है। इंटरट्वाइंड फेट ये चीज देने वाला है 10। So yeah, I'm kind of psyched about this and I'm excited. Okay, तो हमारी मेन कैरेक्टर है एमिल। एमिल क्या है? एमिल एक परफ्यूम एक्सपर्ट है, फ्लावर एंड परफ्यूम एक्सपर्ट। तो उसको लेकर स्टोरी क्वेस्ट है। येलान है जो हमारी she is like a Batman. She is Batman with a face. Batwoman actually, Batwoman with a face for Lue. वो गौतम जैसे बैटमैन गौतम कैप में छुपा रहता है, पर ये बैटमैन है, पर ये अपनी चेहरा नहीं छुपाती। एंड ऑफ कोर्स शी पूरी तरह से शी इज लव्ड बाय एवरीवन इन द वे। इसके काम क्वेश्चनेबल है, आई मीन वो वाला क्वेश्चनेबल नहीं है, लिटरली शी इज लाइक रॉबर्ट पैटिसन बैटमैन, काफी क्वेश्चनेबल है, मतलब डीलुक्स से ज्यादा डार्क है ये औरत, पर या शी इज गुड एट हर जॉब।
This wine tastes the same as I remember.
अब रही बात ये भी एक इवेंट आया है जहां पर फ्री प्रीमोजेम्स, ऑफ कोर्स। आई सी नाउ। अगर 2000 पॉइंट्स कलेक्ट किया तो 30 प्रीमोजेम मिलेगा उसके साथ। ओके, आई थिंक मैं सही कर रहा हूँ 500 कलेक्ट करके,
Every journey
500 पॉइंट कलेक्ट करके। I have to be very fast about the points क्योंकि बहुत स्लोली पॉइंट्स आ रहे हैं। मेरे कैरेक्टर्स के टैलेंट ज़रा कम हैं, उनके लेवल्स भले ही मैक्स पहुंच चुका है पर टैलेंट्स कम है। और जितना सुना है कि एडवेंचर रैंक बढ़ने वाला है क्या? मैंने अब तक एक्चुअली मैंने अब तक 5.0 का लाइफ देखा नहीं, पर जितना सुना है इट इज गोइंग टू बी ऑसम। या तीनों वर्सेस माय वन एक बार सेकंड नहीं डेंड्रो यहाँ नहीं, एक डेंड्रो यहाँ पर एक और डालना होगा मुझे। ओके, एक और पायरट सपोर्ट के सेकंड राउंड में मैं लूंगा ऑफ कोर्स इसे टू बी ऑनेस्ट इस एंड दिस, एंड द थर्ड राउंड में आएंगे हमारे दिस गाय फॉर शील्डिंग पर्पस। ओके, इसको हटाओ, इसको लगाओ, फिर इसको। अब इफेक्टर्स की बारी। यहाँ इफेक्टर्स में हमें इफेक्ट डालना पड़ेगा। लेट्स सी, आई थिंक पहले राउंड में मेरे पास डिफरेंस अच्छा है, तो मुझे कैरेक्टर्स एनर्जी रिचार्ज पे ज़्यादा फोकस करना चाहिए, और यहाँ पर इसके साथ होगा। ओके, दूसरे राउंड में मुझे फुल ऑन डिफेंस की जरूरत, मुझे कैरेक्टर अटैक की जरूरत है। अटैक की में होगा टीम पर कैलिबर इंक्रीज 1 to स्टैक रिस्पेक्टिंग अपने कैरेक्टर नंबर 4 प्लंजिंग अटैक हिट अपन। इसमें मुझे फुल ऑन डिफेंस चाहिए और फिर हाँ ये वाला okay I don't know what else can happen but let's see let's do this boys let's do this या एक और चीज़ ये भी एक रॉ वीडियो होगा क्योंकि अब तक मैंने अपने पीसी को अपग्रेड नहीं किया आई मीन पैसे की भी कमी है थोड़ा सा तभी तो करो यार सब्सक्राइब करो यार भाई को थोड़ा सा 1000 दिखाओ यार भाई को 1000 सब्सक्राइबर दिखाओ यार थोड़ा क्या कर रहे हो थोड़ा सपोर्ट करो
I will have order. Stabilize. Spring forth.
Overruled. Witness my rise. Laid bare.
This is order. Gather. Propagate.
This is where you fall.
I will have order. Come at me.
Witness my
Killjoy.
rise. Overruled.
Germinate.
Everlasting as the moon. Laid bare.
Order guide you. Solidify.
Eat this!
okay
Illusion shadow.
The depth beckon. Cascade.
Into the shadows. Hunt them down. Torn to oblivion. There is no escape. Ha!
Mind the deluge.
Seize the skies. Skyward. Scatter. Where evil lurks, shoot on sight. Ready. Inazuma shines eternal. Shine down.
Be still. Kamisato on. Suiyu.
Hunt them down. Now you shall perish. There is no escape. Time to testify.
पर पॉइंट्स हमने बहुत लिया एक्चुअली टू बी ऑनेस्ट मुझे पता नहीं
To ashes!
Many happy returns! Alley-oop!
Burn! Watch and learn!
Up to it, Manzai! Ta! Ta!
Unedited.
Eyes on me!
Many happy returns!
ओके लास्ट टाइम से अच्छा रिकॉर्ड है। कोई नहीं, एक और बार मतलब अगली बार देखा जाएगा। अभी के लिए मैं थोड़ा प्रीमोटिव कलेक्ट कर लेता हूँ एक और। अच्छा एक और बार एक गलत एक्सप्रेशन होगा, उसे थोड़ा सही तरीके से लेना, गलत तरीके से मत लेना। मैं पानी पीने वाला हूँ लिटरली, ठीक है? वैसे भी तबीयत बिगड़ी हुई है। कैमरा আছে কিন্তু আমি নেই। मम्मी ये मेरा थोबड़ा तो ले रहा है पर ये एक्चुअली एनिमेटेड है। इसमें तुम नहीं आने वाली। না না ওটা অফ করো না, আরে দেখতে হবে না আমাকে। আর নিভে যাক, অন করো ওটা না। হ্যাঁ এখানে নিতে পারবে না থোবড়াটা আমার। इसके भी अलग चोच ले है। खैर चलिए कंटिन्यू करते हैं। अगला है हमारा एनिमो हाइड्रो। ओके वी हैव इलेक्ट्रोस ऑन आवर लिस्ट। इसे तो वैसे डीलू करा देगा टोपके। हाँ टोपके का मतलब उछल के, मतलब लांग कर जाना होगा मम्मी को। क्या है ना कि मैं एक्चुअली अपने रूम में नहीं हूँ, नीचे हूँ क्योंकि तबीयत ऐसी बिगड़ रही है। ऊपर का रूम में इतना गर्मी क्या बताऊँ। सो मैं नीचे हूँ अब। सिंस मेरा प्लग लैपटॉप का जो चार्जिंग प्लग है स्विच बोर्ड से यहाँ बिस्तर पर एकदम फुल ऑन स्प्रेड, मम्मी को यहाँ थोड़ा लांग कहना पड़ेगा। अब वही है सबसे बड़ी दिक्कत, मम्मी को नहीं आता, कैसा आएगा। खैर ओके तो हमारे 3 नंबर पे है। अरे भैया अबे यार इसको मैं नहीं मारने वाला। दूर चलो डीलुक को यही डालना पड़ेगा लगता है। डीलुक आया तो राइडेन और वो यही रहेंगे। ओके पहले ना पार्टी सेटअप कर लेता हूँ। 3 नंबर पे सेटअप करता हूँ पहले। डीलुक आया तो डीलुक नंबर 2 पे जोंगली, नहीं जोंगली नहीं, नंबर 2 तो आया तो। नंबर 3 पे आ गई गाड़ी शो कर। नंबर 4 पे होगा बार फॉर हीलिंग पर्पस। ओके अब पहले वाले में क्या करें, मुझसे लिख देता है। ओके पहले वाले में क्लोरीन को भेज देता हूँ। क्लोरीन जोंगली और आई थिंक हाँ यामिको को भेजना सबसे सेफ रहेगा। यामिको एंड लास्ट में इसे भेज देता हूँ। ओके नंबर 2 पे आएगी आया का ताबी भी तो सा हमारे ट्रैवलर भैया जी प्रणाम। सीरियसली यार इसको लेकर कितना ट्रोल करेगा तुम लोग, मैं भी तो ट्रोल कर रहा हूँ, क्या बात कर रहा हूँ। ओके शांगली हम जानते हैं शांगली इज गुड देयर। एंड लास्ट में मैं सोच रहा हूँ बेदो। और हाँ मैंने सालों से बेदो को अब तक अपग्रेड नहीं किया। हम मेरे पास अच्छे से कैरेक्टर्स हैं, जैसे किरारा है वो भी अच्छी है। हाँ मेरे पास याओ है, पर एक प्रॉब्लम है यार काफ़ी बैठना पड़ता है, ग्राइंड करना पड़ता है। वैसे भी गेंशिन वाले तो इतना स्लो प्रोसेस कर दिए ना जिंदगी में। ओके आई थिंक द पार्टी इज रेडी। थोड़ा चाय पी लेते हैं। काश मैं इस वीडियो को एडिट करके बैकग्राउंड में वो चाय पी रहा हूँ तो माइनक्राफ्ट का साउंड इफेक्ट दे सकता था। खैर एफेक्ट्स पे जाते हैं। सबसे पहले में मुझे चाहिए ऑफ कोर्स एनर्जी रिचार्ज। तो एनर्जी रिचार्ज अगर दूँ तो क्या देना चाहिए हमें? हाँ, शील्ड है तो शील्ड को थोड़ा ड्यूरेबल करते हैं। सेकंड वाले में क्या चाहिए? ऑफ कोर्स सेकंड वाले में ही हमें डिफेंस बढ़ाना होगा। तो डिफेंस को क्या देना चाहिए? हाँ थर्ड वाले में क्या देना चाहिए हमें? थर्ड वाले में हमें एनर्जी रिचार्ज में ही मैक्सिमम एचपी एंड ओके लेट्स डू दिस। ओके लेट्स स्टार्ट। वापस से चाय की चुस्की। माइनक्राफ्ट के साउंड इफेक्ट तो नहीं दे पाऊंगा और लोग कहेंगे भाई हायर कर लो एडिटर, अपने दोस्त से करवा लो। मेरा दोस्त ना एडिटर से, नॉर्मल एडिटर से ज़्यादा मांग लेंगे पैसा। क्या सोच रहे थे? क्या सोच रहे थे? शर्म नहीं आती? यही थिंकिंग आपकी गलत है सर। इंसान बनो, समझदार बनो, चूतिया नहीं। अगर मेरे दोस्त देख रहे हैं तो वो जानते हैं मैं किस चीज़ की बात कर रहा हूँ।
This is order.
Come on out. Right now. Emerge. Loaded. Where evil lurks, shoot on sight. Right now. Right here.
Oh, so sorry. Order guide you. Stabilize.
A sight to behold. Show them. Come on out. Show them. Hunt them down. Ready.
This one will be frozen in time. This is order. Solidify.
Come on out. I'm always watching. Time to testify. Loaded.
Gather. Order guide you.
Don't get frostbite. Freeze.
Okay. I think सबसे पहले
To ashes!
Spring forth.
Embrace the ice! Take flight! You're toast! Nice and spicy! My apologies! Sakura swirl! Yeah! Whirling snow!
What? Scatter.
Eat this! Embrace the ice! Eyes on me!
Germinate. Propagate.
My apologies! You're toast! Sakura swirl! Yeah! Luma, get them! Whirling snow!
लास्ट टाइम से तो अच्छा था। अब असली
Let the show begin. Shine down!
Mind the deluge.
do it! Let's dance!
Kamisato on. Suiyu.
Illusion shattered!
Want a taste of my armor? Time for retribution! Let's move! Shouldn't get careless.
There is no escape! I'll protect us!
Cascade! The depth beckon!
Shine down!
अरे यार थर्ड राउंड में थोड़ा डीले हो गया था पर ठीक है I'll take it I'll definitely take it एटलीस्ट 40 प्रीमो चिप तो मिल ही रहा है मुझे आई एम वेरी सॉरी मैं बहुत फोकस था इस मैच को खेलने के लिए मैं मेरे साथ ये मैच को करने के लिए इसके बाद एंटरटेन करने में ज़रूर हेल्प करूंगा जब हम स्टोरी क्वेस्ट करने वाले हैं या अब ये भी थोड़ा सा 1 घंटे का वीडियो बनने वाला है आई मीन आई गेस ओके कुछ ज़्यादा ही बोर कर रहा हूँ लोगों को सो ओके अब सर एंटरटेनमेंट का टाइम आता है चलिए गेंशिन इम्पैक्ट में हमें पता है कि सब चीज़ प्री रिकॉर्डेड रहता है सब कुछ पहले से रहता है यहाँ पर प्री कोडेड एक्चुअली प्री कोडेड देखा क्या वर्ड बनाया मैंने आई गेस होता है क्या प्री कोडेड बोल के वर्ड आई गेस नहीं होता है फिर भी क्या वर्ड बनाया मैंने अरे डैम मैं नहीं कर रहा ओके
Illusion shattered!
Be still.
जो है ना 2099 वाला उसका बैकग्राउंड थीम मैं मुंह से देने वाला हूँ हेलो
This is order. Stabilize. Be still.
Stray cloud converge! Skyward! Scatter! Shine down! Torn to oblivion! Illusion shattered!
Solidify.
क्या मारा क्या ही मारा मतलब मजा आ गया ओके क्या कर सकते हैं हम क्या कर सकते what to do what not to do Scooby-Doo ओके कुछ ज़्यादा लेम हो गया वो कोई डोमेन हम कर सकते हैं क्या I'm good I am good I am feeling alright baby I know feels alright मेरा एक क्वेश्चन है गेमशिन वालों से एक क्वेश्चन ये जो मिड समर कोर्टयार्ड है हाँ यही ये आई गेस हाँ यही वाला यहीं पर क्यों असेंडिंग का वो आता रहता है बाकी देश में क्या गड़बड़ है यही पे इतना असेंडिंग वाला कांड क्यों? किसको मारा जाए? इसको मारने से क्या मिलेगा? क्यों बे डिस्काउंट क्यों? मैं पूरा देने को तैयार हूँ। डिस्काउंट क्यों पूरा 60? अरे भाई 200 लेके Let's go to Monstead. Monstead में हमें तो छींकने वाला हूँ। बोला ना जुकाम, पेट खराब, बहुत कुछ है। और पीयूष भाई अगर तुम वीडियो देख रहे हो तो भाई कोऑप करने का हिम्मत नहीं था, जो हालत थी मेरी। और ऊपर से जिस टाइम तुम कह रहे थे ना माइनक्राफ्ट में कोऑप करने का, उस टाइम मैं सो रहा था, पूरी तरह से रेस्ट ले रहा था। सो आई एम वेरी सॉरी अबाउट दिस। जब तुम वीडियो देखोगे तो गुस्सा मत करना। हमें चाहिए क्या? हमें चाहिए विंड व्हील पिस्टन, यही हमें चाहिए। अभी तो हमें 3 कमेंट यही चीज है।
Stabilize!
You think you cornered me?
One man's stone is another man's gem. की जरूरत है। एक मतलब ऑलरेडी एक हो चुका है, उसका एक और उसके लिए 2 की जरूरत है। मतलब इतना बड़ा स्कैम, मतलब क्या ही बताऊं। क्या ठीक है, एक और करने में क्या
Gather!
There is no escape!
Mind the deluge. Order guide you.
Inazuma shines eternal! Shine down! Scatter! Skyward!
Kamisato Arc. Suiyu. This is order. Solidify.
Illusion shattered!
मुझे लगता है कि ये गेम काफी बड़ा होने वाला है। अबे मॉन्स्टर ये बात एडवांस है यार। बाकी ये एडवांस है। वाह 50-60 का लगता है। एडवांस क्या अच्छी बात है। जरा पॉइंट नहीं करने वाला।
Gather.
Shine down!
Oh, so... Stabilize!
There is no escape!
Be still. The depths beckon.
Illusion shattered! Shine down!
Escape! Solidify!
Illusion shattered!
Be still.
फायदा होने वाला इससे। क्या है ग्लिच उसके रिटर्न करने का? बच्चों तुम्हारी बात कहाँ गए?
Shine down!
Certainly worth the extra mile.
अबे भाई, अरे चाचा थोड़ा कंट्रोल कर खुद को। क्या यार, बच्चे ने की भी।
Skyward!
Oh damn. Okay. मैं जा रहा हूँ सुमेरु जा रहा हूँ यार। मैं भी बोर हो चुका हूँ आप लोगों के साथ। ओके? थोड़ा सा एमिल का क्वेस्ट करके shit to do, shit not to do. Okay. I'm sorry for gaming. I've got them in right. Give me some time to think. I'm in a... क्या था गाना? I'm in a bathroom looking at me, facing the mirror, so I see. Yeah.
Whoa, the smell of flowers is so strong. Didn't Edgar... Hyman took a peek through the window earlier and his house was packed with flowers.
No, that's a florist thing. We work closely with the essential oils of various plants. But to maintain a sharp...
Oh!
Okay,
Guess there's just too much to store for the exhibition then.
Okay. तो स्टोरी की शुरुआत क्या सी है कि ये दोनों सुमेरु में रैंडमली आए, देख रहे बहुत सारे फूल है, ये है, तो टाइनारी से मिला। टाइनारी वहीं पर था, तो वही टाइनारी ने कहा कि हाँ यहाँ पर थोड़ा सा फूलों का एक्सहिबिशन है, साथ में परफ्यूम है, सब का भी होने वाला है, तो अलग एक्सपर्ट आने वाला है। तो इन्होंने पहले कहा कि एक्सपर्ट क्या तुम हो टाइनारी? नहीं मैं नहीं, कोई और है। फिर पाइमॉन को हे फीवर हो गया है। अगर आप लोग को याद होगा जिसने गेंशिन खेला है, जब ट्रैवलर पहली बार सुमेरु में आया था, एक इंसेंस है जो मेडिटेशन के लिए काम आता है सुमेरु वालों के लिए। जब ट्रैवलर ने उसे इनहेल किया ना, वो
बीमार पड़ गया था, काइंड ऑफ वो ऑलमोस्ट कोमाटो स्टेट में चला गया था। पाइमॉन के केस में थोड़ा सा हल्का था वो। फिर आउट ऑफ नोवे एमिल आई, फिर एक सेंट सुंघाई, जिससे मतलब एक इंसेंस स्टिक का स्टैंड सुंघाई, फिर वो सही हो गई। फिर पता चला कि एक फ्लावर से उसका है फीवर हुआ, जिससे थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम्स हो रहे थे, तो इससे तुम सही हो गई। ओके, फिर यही सवाल कि एमिल भी क्या वो एक्सपर्ट है? नहीं, एक्सपर्ट कौन है? एमिल की जो मास्टर है मिस्टर एडगर, वही है। और हाँ, अब ये दोनों कौन है बताता हूँ। एमिल आई है एक बहुत पुराने फ्लावर के खोज में। फाउंटेन में एक अगस्टस बोल के एक फ्लावर का परफ्यूम बेचा जा रहा था। जो ओरिजिनल फ्लावर का परफ्यूम बेच रहे थे वो हाई प्राइस में बेच रहे थे, और कुछ लोग थे जो उसको रेप्लिकेट करके बेच रहे थे अगस्टस के नाम पे लो प्राइस पे। काफ़ी अप्रोच था फाउंटेन में। फिर न्यूवेलेट ने थोड़ा सा नियम बदला, फिर परफ्यूम तो बिकने लगा। अगस्टस एक्सपायर हो गया। ये वो टाइम है जब मेलोजीन्स के, हाँ एक और मैंने पानी पिया, ठीक है, गलत एक्सप्रेशन में मत जाना। सो ये वो टाइम है जब मेलोजीन्स पर अत्याचार हो रहे थे, उस टाइम पे हैरेसमेंट्स हो रहे थे कि तो मेलोजीन और बीइंग रेसिस्ट एक्चुअली, इवन दो वो खुद ही एक वो क्या उसी नीट है क्या, उनको तो पता भी नहीं था। खैर फिर बीइंग रेसिस्ट इज नॉट गुड समटाइम्स, जब सामने वाला हर्ट हो रहा है तो ओके ऑफ टॉपिक चलो। तो उस टाइम पे ये अपलोड हो रहा था। अब सुनने में आया है कि सुमेरु में अगस्टस फ्लावर दिखाई दिया। अब ये रूमर है, सुनी सुनाई बातें हैं, पर फिर भी अगस्टस फ्लावर कोई मजाक नहीं है उसका आना। जो फ्लावर सालों पहले एक्सटिंक्ट हो चुका है वो वापस कैसे आ सकता है? ऐसा तो नहीं है हो सकता कि कोई सालों से उसे कल्टीवेट करके अब फॉरेस्ट में छोड़ दे, नहीं हो सकता। उसको जो कंडीशन में रखना चाहिए था उस कंडीशन वो अभी अवेलेबल नहीं है, ना ही फाउंटेन में है ना ही सुमेरु में है। अगर होता तो हो जाता, पर ऑब्वियसली नहीं है तो नहीं होगा ना। अब ये दो चुन्नू मुन्नू कौन है? इनका नाम मैं भूल चुका एक्चुअली, तो चुन्नू मुन्नू रखूंगा। हाँ बाय द वे जो मस्कुलर मैन है वो छोटा भाई है, जो पतला है सूट वूट पहना है वो है बड़ा भाई। दोनों ही फाउंटेन से है, यूनिफॉर्म से पता चल रहा है। ये दोनों अगस्टस फ्लावर के पीछे है, पूरा देख के लग रहा था इनका एक्सप्रेशन देख के। नॉट जस्ट ये जो औरत है ना एमिल, ये तो है उसके पीछे, इसका मास्टर भी एडगर इसके पीछे, और एडगर और ये दोनों चुन्नू मुन्नू मिलकर इनको अपने पीछे से हटाने वाले, पता नहीं क्या करने वाले। बस स्टोरी इतना तक था। टाइनरी भी इसमें समहाउ इन्वॉल्व है कि नहीं मुझे नहीं पता, पर होगा। Okay, so let's continue.
Oh, this room seems to be a connected suite, and my brother will be staying on the other side of the suite. Blaze, while you're out, why don't you bring our luggage over as well? Blaze!
Yes, of course.
All right then. Where can we find your luggage, mademoiselle?
I think, हाँ, stream अच्छे से हो रहा है.
It's still at the port. In addition to some daily necessities, there's also a case of amber wine that I brought back from Fontaine. Could I trouble you to bring that back as well? It would be...
How generous. I should thank you on my brother's behalf. You've stumbled upon his weakness. He's aloof about...
Is that so?
Amber wine तो Fontaine का तो नहीं है.
Mr. Ood, Mr. Blaze...
Hey! What are you doing?
That's Master's voice.
Okay, kidnapping. कौन kidnap कर रहा है? देखो, हम बचाने वाले हैं. देखते हैं, एक बुढ़ा दूसरे बुढ़े को बचाने वाला है. हाँ मैं वापस से कहूँगा, जोंगली 6,000 साल पुराना बुढ़ा है, ठीक है? हाँ 6,000 साल पुराना बुढ़ा है. पर बंदे में चार्म तो है. Okay.
Edgar!
अच्छा किडनैप के लिए गया, पक्का चमाट मारा होगा. मैं तो पर्सनली चाहता था चमाट मारने के लिए, पर I guess चमाट मारा होगा.
Master!
Hey, Edgar! Are you all right?
Who? Kyria.
Hey, Edgar? Edgar!
No, don't shake him. He's injured. Just leave him to me. You two can... Oh, thank you.
That strange smell around here. Is it coming from this bottle? Oh, really? Do you think whoever did this was hiding in the flowers before?
Of course.
I checked. Oh, but that's impossible. The culprit, I mean. It's not like the culprit could have
Well, we looked all over, but the only clue we...
The most important thing we can do now is focus our efforts on treating Master. Can you help me move him inside?
हाँ दीदी, absolutely सबसे बड़ा सेफ है तो हमारा ट्रैवलर। तभी तो सोचूं आयाका के ऊपर इतना वीडियो क्यों बनता है? That she is being सुंदर all the time. Okay, हमारा बुड्ढा लेटा हुआ है। बुड्ढे तो
So, how's he doing?
पता है कौन सा वाला सीन है? वो जो वेलकम में सीन है ना? भाई ये तो कोई रिस्पॉन्स ही नहीं दे रहा है। ट्रैवलर भी ट्रैवलर नहीं, एमिल भी तो हमारी तो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है इसको रिस्पॉन्स दिलवाने की। वो वाला सीन लग रहा है पूरा।
When I administered emergency treatment, I discovered a residue in his nose and mouth. Master was most likely forced to ingest a certain liquid. He's still unconscious, and inducing vomiting could obstruct his airways. We'll have to... Ah, yes. The scent is the same. But first, I do believe there are two people... Mr. Sylvain, Mr. Lucian.
Wait, you know...
Hey! Were you talking to us, mademoiselle?
Before arriving in Sumeru, I asked a friend from the Special Patrol to look into the creators of There were 4 people in total. The perfumer, Edgar, a researcher from Sumeru responsible for cultivating the Auguste flower. The 2 brothers capitalized on the mythos surrounding Auguste. Their action, in the end, they were sent to the Fortress of Meripede for falsifying their accounts and destabilizing the market. If you do the math, they should be out of prison by now.
Wow. मानना पड़ेगा न्यूवेलेट का कनेक्शन तो ऑल ओवर टेबैट में है। चलो कुछ तो अच्छा है, सिर्फ इनोजुमा में नहीं है जहाँ रायन शोगन खुद जजमेंट पास करती है। सिंस रायन शोगन एग्जिस्ट करती है, वो सब जानते हैं कि वो अलाइव है, शी इज देयर टू जज। हाँ, हर कोई तो हमारे ड्रंकर्ड तो नहीं होता, ना कोई गरीब नहीं होता और ना कोई बच्चे नहीं होते। सीरियसली टेबैट पूरा मेस्ड अप है। अब पता है नेटलैंड कितना मेस्ड अप होने वाला है।
And what does that have to do with us? There are countless merchant families in Fontaine.
Every time your brother called you Blaze, it took you several seconds to respond. But when I called you Lucy and...
Ah, Miss Emilie, out of respect for your position, you have a bright future ahead of you. You wouldn't want to develop a reputation.
You claim to be regular perfume.
What?
Amber wine is a perfume I created several years ago. It wasn't particularly renowned, until recently, they were living somewhere completely cut off from the perfume.
Emilie, you little!
अब तो मैं मारने वाला यार दोनों को। नहीं, इस तलवार से नहीं यार, मैं तो इसे सेंसर सांगेत्सु यूज करूंगा, गेत्सु का तेंशो मारूंगा, दोनों को साथ में काट दूंगा मैं। या सबसे बेस्ट ज़राकी का नोज़राशी, वरना तो सेनमोन ज़ाकुरा है ही तो।
Don't misunderstand, Mr. Sylvain. I don't bring this up to criticize you, no matter what happened all those years. But Master's life is in danger. We need to... If Master's attack had something to do with Auguste, I'd like to trouble you for some information.
Fine.
Sylvain!
Lucian, if this will help us find Kyria, then it will be all worth it. Besides, we've already told most of the stuff to the Maison Orally. You were right, Miss Emilie. There were 4 of us at the beginning. Myself, Lucian, Edgar, and a researcher from Sumeru in charge of flower cultivation. Sometime down the road, the Marechaussee Phantom came knocking, saddled us with a list of accusations, and started looking into our books.
Sounds like he's still upset about that. Wait, then how did Edgar end up in Sumeru?
Master was convicted as an accomplice, so he only had to serve a few years. He decided to move to Sumeru. Still, Master was depressed for a long time after that. That's how I met him. My parents had to relocate to Sumeru for work when I was a child, so I had the chance to study under him for a little. But we can talk about that some other time. I want to hear more about this researcher, Vijava.
Like us, Vijava was also staring down an investigation. But before the Phantom showed up at her door, she set all the flower beds on fire, along with much of the mora we managed to earn. All the Auguste flowers, everything we worked to create.
But destroying all that evidence.
It didn't matter at that point, because she died in the...
What?
Sounds like you did an investigation of your own. Why even ask us if you knew all of the...
The name wasn't mentioned in any of the files I reviewed either.
Kyria was Vijava's younger brother.
Acha! Okay, plot twist. Now we have a plot twist.
He was just a clueless kid back then. Somewhere in his teens, I think. He helped his sister with her work sometimes, but that was pretty much it. He didn't have any idea what we were doing.
I hope सही चल रहा है वीडियो. Yep, चल रहा. क्यों नहीं चलेगा? चलना चाहिए. Okay. मैं कितने घंटे का वीडियो हो चुका है ये? Oh, okay. Not so much impressive.
Vijava kept him close most of the time. After our operation was compromised, he disappeared. There were no signs.
So, you think Kyria took something with him back then? Something that allowed him to reproduce the Auguste flower?
Vijava doted on the kid like you wouldn't believe. She even told us to give her cut to her brother if anything happened to her. If she left something behind before she died, believe me, Kyria's the one that has it.
And judging by the liquid in that bottle, the Auguste flower wasn't the only thing he reproduced. He managed to replicate the...
So the liquid Edgar was forced to ingest really was Auguste.
Poison? No. Of course not. No perfume is meant to be ingested.
Okay.
Even small amounts can be dangerous, let alone ingesting a whole bottle at once.
इस केस में मैं एक स्टेटमेंट पास करना चाहूँगा. सिल्वन भाई, देखिए, मैं आपसे कोई हमदर्दी तो देने वाला, शेयर नहीं करने वाला. मैं तो अभी भी आपको पटक के मारने का मन करता है. मतलब आप हो ना, 2-4 घूसों में मर जाओगे. पर पाइमॉन जो है ना, वो जहर भी खा लेना फिर भी जिंदा रह जाएगी. वो बेवकूफ औरत है. पता नहीं औरत भी है कि ना, वो थोड़ी डाउट होता है वो है क्या पाइमॉन. फिर भी पाइमॉन को हम दोनों साथ में टीम अप करके मार सकते हैं उसके स्टुपिडिटी के लिए. टीम अप करना चाहते हो तो मुझे इस नंबर फोन कीजिएगा. मतलब मेरे इस यूट्यूब चैनल पे मेरा ईमेल है, उसमें बिजनेस स्ट्रेटजीज के लिए बात कीजिएगा. ओके, कुछ ज़्यादा ही प्रमोशन करो अपना.
If Auguste could be considered a poison, we wouldn't have even sold half a bottle back then. Edgar fell unconscious because Kyria forced him. He probably thought we had something to do with his sister's death. We're not looking for Kyria because we have it out for him. We just wanted to see. We only went to prison for a bit of fraud and market manipulation. As long as we keep things honest this time around, bringing the...
So that's why you never mentioned Kyria during your interrogation?
Yes, exactly. We were just looking out for...
Anyway, that's all we know. If you're looking for information on what's in Auguste or what to do...
Well, at least we're able to say for certain that the substance Edgar ingested was in fact Auguste. That gives...
Well, glad to hear it. Lucian, let's head back to the room and rest a bit. With everything that...
Yes, of course.
You think so too? That does seem to be the case, but based on Sylvain's tone of voice just now...
The way you exposed them like that? Just based on a hunch? That was genius! Oh, right! Earlier you said you were only sort of a doctor. And that you're
Oh yes, that's because most of the patients I encounter are...
So you're a
Close. I'm actually a forensic cleaner. Once the forensic team and the Marachese Phantom are done collecting evidence from the scene, I'm in charge of clearing away the final traces my patients leave on the world.
मतलब ये डॉक्टर सालू के का असिस्टेंट है, यहाँ डॉक्टर सालू के मतलब एक्सपेरिमेंट करता है और ये उसे साफ करती है, मतलब डॉक्टर तारिका का एक केंशिन वर्जन। तो यहाँ हमारे इंस्पेक्टर अभिजीत ऑब्वियसली महाराष्ट्र से फैंटम में ही होगा। ओह भाई साहब, कुछ ज़्यादा ही सीआईडी देख रहा हूँ मैं लाइफ में।
In fact, with just a small alteration to the formula, the same tincture used as the base of perfume can all... Basically, there are two sides to forensics. Those who collect evidence to expose the truth. I've learned a lot in my line of work, and I've witnessed a lot of death. But this time, we may still save the patient. Actually, Traveler, could I trouble you to report back to Tainari and the officers at Port Ormos? I'll stay here and continue to look after Master. Now that we have a sample of Auguste, I'm...
Okay, let's do this. Okay, Tainari कहाँ मिलने वाला है? Let's see. I mean, information के हिसाब से टाइनरी को तो अभी भी पोर्ट ऑर्मोस में तो होना चाहिए। Where you go, my horse here, homie?
Skyward!
Whoa, why the rush? Did something happen?
What? Edgar was attacked? He's the most famous perfumer in the region. Someone...
Sheriff, have you received any reports of a
No, but we've got eyes all over the area. I'll start gathering my forces.
What about you, Tainari?
I'm sure the sheriff can handle things over at the...
But...
Then she was far too modest. She may not be a doctor by trade, but she has a... Not to mention the fact that Mr. Edgar's condition is related to perfume. As for me, I'll head to the academia.
Oh, that's right! Vijava was supposed to be a scholar from...
From Emilie's letter, certainly, but that was the first time I'd heard of it. I didn't have time to look into it earlier, but now it seems like Vijava's past could be critical to getting to the bottom of what happened to Mr. Edgar. I have friends in Sumeru City that can help me investigate. I'll leave you and Emilie to watch over things here in Port Ormos.
Osman, this wine.
एक और चीज है आप लोगों को मैं बताया नहीं, जब मैंने अपने दोस्तों को कहा कि भाई लोग मैं अपने पीसी अपलोड करने वाला हूँ, सीधा दोस्तों ने धमका दिया कि भाई नए पीसी में अगर तुम गेंशिन या स्टार रेल या फिर वैलोरेंट खेलते पकड़े गए बहुत होएंगे तुमको, पैसे का वेस्ट।
Taste the same as I remember.
पढ़ाई करो, पढ़ाई नहीं, क्या करो?
Well, it's been a day. Wonder if Tainari's discovered anything. But things were...
No longer in critical condition, thankfully. He's still very... My chemical analysis of a goose also... I was able to identify the components that give the substance...
Elemental energy?
Hard to say. It was such a minute amount proportionally. I had to use one of the newest tests developed in recent years. Unless you were abnormally sensitive to elemental energy, I doubt it. As for whether Master's condition was caused by the elemental energy present in the sample...
Oh, that reminds Paimon. Did Tighnari come and find you?
I received a message from him last night, but I haven't heard anything since. The message...
Oh, Paimon thought he might have stopped by to see... excuse me? Is Miss Emilie here? Oh, perfect! Familiar faces!
Kale. Ah, of course. Tighnari's apprentice. And please, no need for...
Oh, okay. Did Tighnari send you here, Yep. Master and the others went through decades worth of records last night, and still haven't had a chance to rest. I'm fast on my feet, so it only made sense for me to come and give you an up. Anyway, based on what they've reviewed so far, they believe there's no indication that a researcher by the name of Vijava ever passed through the academia. Master considered that possibility as well, but the name wasn't the only dead end. Master... How is that possible?
It's starting to seem very likely. If we want to figure out her true identity, I'm...
Hey! Lucian!
It's Sylvain! Wait, you don't think Kirio came back, do you?
That seems impossible. If someone came in or out of the hotel just...
Okay, let's go. मुझे क्या लग रहा है कि वो लड़का भी है लड़की भी है. I mean, वो विजावा भी हो सकता है.
It's locked?
या फिर वो किरिया भी हो सकता है. एक ही बंदा, एक ही इंसान, दो कैरेक्टर निभा रहा है. लड़की है तो लड़की का रोल कर रही है, या फिर वो लड़का जो लड़की का रोल कर रही है. I mean, हो सकता है. ओह, दया दरवाजा तोड़ वाला केस, okay? Let's eat some food now.
There's no one here.
Lucian! Lucian!
That's Sylvain's voice! Hurry,
Lucian! Lucian! Come on!
अब क्या हुआ?
Emilie! Emilie! My brother.
I'm sorry, Mr. Sylvain.
No, that's not possible.
Traveler, Kale, Mr. Sylvain has gone. He needs some space to calm down. Could one of you take...
Of course. Leave it to me.
Thank you both.
Okay, so yani hamara banda is dead.
Mr. Sylvain, let's get you up. We'll take things from here. Just focus on getting some rest. Here, this way.
अगर ये एक्टिंग हो ना कसम से कह रहा हूँ मैं ना ये जो सिंपैथी थोड़ा बहुत दिया है ना
Poor guy. He's like a shell of his former self.
मार दूंगा उसको मैं पर अगर ये सच में वो मर चुका है then it's a sympathy for me for now.
He may have made some bad decisions in life.
Good person or bad, the death of a loved one is equally all the moments he shared with his brother, every hardship and...
If Kiria really was behind this, then...
Lucian can no longer speak, but the traces left behind by his... Traveler, I've got things covered here at the scene. I'll...
Who would have thought? Yesterday's case is still up in the air. Miss Emilie, I heard you're an experienced forensic doctor.
Oh, I'm not actually a forensic doctor. I just happen to have... I did take a look, though. Judging by the temperature and rigidity of the box...
Then, would you mind helping us investigate? Before he left, Tainari said we could trust your...
Of course, I appreciate your trust. Many of the traces left behind at the scene will fade with time, so the sooner...
We'll help too. We don't know much about...
Okay. I think मुझे सीन को करके ही जाना चाहिए. It is rude to use leaf things. Okay, पहला evidence. Luggage check हो गया.
To tell you the truth, the exhibition has left us quite short-handed.
And the windows are shut tight too. Well, looks like we've investigated as much as we can.
So, did you find anything?
Paimon can show you. Here, it'd be something like this.
But entering through the room next door without alerting Sylvain... Wait, you don't think Sylvain could have been the one who...
No, his reaction to the loss of his brother seemed genuine.
Then, what could have happened last night? I know Sylvain is still in shock.
I agree. Also, I've made some new discoveries, so we might as well head next door and go through...
Detective Zhongli on the case.
Mr. Sylvain, I need you to tell me everything you and your brother did since yesterday afternoon.
After Kyria... We returned to our rooms and decided to lock all the doors leading. The only door we kept unlocked was the one connecting our rooms. That way, if we heard any commotion come... But I didn't hear any sort of commotion last night. Not a single noise. I woke up this morning, opened the door, and...
So, no movement from the room next door. No forced entry via Sylvain's room. No signs of a struggle at the scene. And no external injury on Lucien's body.
I did notice a few things about the body. Lucien's pupils were dilated, and his skin was flushed. Very similar. There weren't any traces of liquid in his mouth or nose, so it's unlikely he was forced to ingest anything. The more plausible explanation is that he inhaled a substance without knowing it. And I'd say that substance was likely a goose.
A goose? No, that's not possible. Inhaling a goose won't kill you. No. Emilie, you ran your tests, didn't you?
No, I didn't find it.
See? A goose is harmless. The market response proved that years ago.
That may be true for most people.
Master!
Edgar? You're up and about already?
Thanks to Emilie. Sylvain, no matter how hard you may try to hide...
Edgar!
Even if we could keep it a secret for another... No. He would never give up. Not if he's doing all of the... That's Vijava's real name. Yelena wasn't a scholar from Sumeru. She was an exiled Fatus from Snezhnaya.
A Fatus?
The Fatui. Well, that means the elemental
So you've already detected it. Well, Sylvain, looks like there's truly no reason to hide things now.
Oh.
The August flower was created with the mutative and distorting power.
The Fatui, delusions.
Born of a delusion, August contained distorted elemental energy. A prolonged exposure over many years could have a harmful effect on...
That's enough, Edgar. At first, Yelena wanted to keep refining the perfume and the flower. But it didn't have any effect on ordinary people anyway. Every day we postponed going to market was another day of loss.
So you decided poisoning people was worth...
Listen, it's not like it was good for business. But all that talk about August being harmful over time, Yelena was just speculating. Unless you were particularly sensitive to elemental energy or had an entire bottle shoved down your throat like Edgar. You could use the product for decades.
It may be true there are no records of August poisoning, but even if no one was acutely poisoned, willfully bringing a product to market despite explicit knowledge of its harmful effects is still a... That explains why you were so intent on keeping Yelena and Kiria's involvement a secret all this. The Fatui, delusions, August. If the Marachase Phantom discovered the connection between the three, there would...
Ha! If I'd known coming to Sumeru would put a target on my back, I would have been more than happy to stay there. All these years without any sign of Kiria, and he pops up out of nowhere the minute my brother and I get out of prison? It couldn't be any clearer who the August was harmless before. The fact that it's killing people all of a sudden must be his doing as well.
So there's bad blood between you.
What about Yelena's death? Was that a cover-up too? A way to destroy evidence?
I'll admit, we thought about it at one point. We took care to disguise the product circulating on the market, and no one was questioning Yelena's fake identity. But if the Marachase Phantom decided to look into the flower beds, it would have been the end. Yelena's ties to the Fatui, the role of the delusion, everything would have been exposed. Before we could even put our plan in motion, Yelena beat us to it. She burned all her flower beds and threw herself into the fire as well.
But if her goal was to destroy evidence, there would have been no reason to do that to herself. Yeah, she could have just burned the flower beds and fled with her brother.
I thought about it for a long time, but it wasn't until just now that I finally understood her reasoning. Everything she did, it was for her brother, Kiria. One of the reasons they defected from the Fatui was the deterioration of Yelena's body due to her excessive use of a delusion. She didn't want her brother to follow in her footsteps after her death. After arriving in Fontaine, Yelena continued using the delusion to cultivate the August flower, weakening her body even further. There were times when she couldn't even walk.
So she couldn't flee with her brother because she was afraid of holding him back.
If her true identity was exposed, she and her brother would face pressure from both Snezhnaya and Fontaine. The August flower and Yelena's own corroded body both bore the mark of a delusion. There would have been no way to avoid suspicion. So, in the end, she burnt it all to ash including her.
So the wealth you earned from Auguste, it wasn't destroyed in the...
Most likely. Before Yelena died, she said if anything happened... That's why Lucian and I were searching for Kyria. To take back Armora and the Auguste flower. We just didn't realize...
But why is Kyria out for revenge anyway?
I don't think he knew his sister. Yelena always wore heavy makeup around him to conceal her deteriorating appearance.
Then all we'll need to do is tell Kyria I'm not so sure. Even if he knew the truth, he'd still find someone to blame. He might think Yelena was forced into using a delusion to cultivate... It's hard to pull yourself out of that kind of hatred. Especially...
Very true. Even if Yelena...
Edgar!
Think about it, Sylvain. If we hadn't been so blinded by greed, if we hadn't invited the Marechaussee Phantom to our doorstep by breaking the law at every turn...
She knew her limits. She knew her days were numbered. We were just trying to earn a bit of moral. And what, we deserve to die for that? Target me for being the mastermind, sure. Lucian's crime. Was it really? Fine. I've said...
3 people from Fontaine, 1 from Snezhna. Well, we can only wait until the Academia sends someone to deal... With the exhibition, we don't even...
The hotel could suffice. You could station although with Sylvain's mental state and...
Mr. Edgar, are you saying...
If Sylvain is to stand trial, I'd just like to take care of a few things before... As for Sylvain, I'm sure he also Would you be willing to grant that request?
Well, all right. I'll talk to the Academia. The man we grew to know in Sumeru proved himself to be...
You have my thanks, Sheriff.
Happened tonight? Oh!
Yeah! All we know is that he uses Auguste to poison people. But we still have no idea how to... If he targets Sylvain or Edgar again, we might not be able to stop him.
That may be true. But what if we take advantage of this situation and lure him in?
Master, no. That's...
So, if Kyria learns we're being taken away tomorrow, his last chance to enact... In other words, you want...
Capture? Not necessary.
Afraid? I'm spending the rest of my life in prison anyway. As for the danger...
I'll admit, it could work. Then I'll station some of my men around the hotel.
I still have some reservations. But if you insist on...
I'll also keep watch.
Although, I think Sylvain and myself, if Kyria noticed another person in the room...
You mean if he doesn't see a way to get his hands on the 2 of you, he might get so desperate that he'll just start using Auguste on him?
If that were to happen, everyone's standing guard.
That's why everyone else needs to keep to the shadows.
You're still recovering. You need to rest.
This old pack of bones doesn't bounce back like...
All right, we can figure out a plan to keep watch later.
I think मैं वीडियो बंद नहीं करने वाला बहुत लोग देखा वीडियो आज ही फैसला
Have you heard? Mr. Edgar's been detained. He's being taken away tomorrow.
What? He's the one who helped craft all the
He taught my child how to make perfume.
He hasn't been convicted yet. Let's just...
Oh, everyone on the street is talking about the rumors. Let's head back to the hotel and take a break.
Yeah! Skyward!
Xian wants to talk to you.
Thank you, Kale. But first, here, I prepared a kind of herbal tea that helps calm the spirit. Why don't you have some?
Oh, that's very kind.
Oh, it's not good to be so tense.
Was it that obvious?
You seem very preoccupied with Kyria's revenge.
Oh, Hey, Emilie, Kale. Oh, are we No, not at all. This will be easier to talk through with you. I've just been thinking. If Kyria has the capacity to commit murder, there was just a single door separating them. If his intention was to... When I accompanied Sylvain to his room after Lucien died, and saw how distraught he was, maybe Kyria did that on purpose. Maybe he wanted Sylvain to experience the...
So did he attack Edgar as a warning then?
Based on what we've heard about Kyria...
Losing his sister all those years ago. Whenever I get to thinking like that... I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't think like that. Not after everything he's done. But... I just can't help it.
There's nothing wrong with the way you're feeling. Empathy is a part of human nature. In all my years of cleaning up crime scenes, I've witnessed countless families mourn their loved ones. Their cries of devastation and anger still echo through my mind, even now. Some of them even try to stop me, begging me not to erase the last remnants of their loved ones. Surround yourself with fragrance for too long, and your sense of smell will become dull. So while you hold on to that sense of, do Sylvain and Lucien really deserve to die? Answering those questions requires a lot of time and I've witnessed a lot of deaths in Fontaine. When someone dies, but generally speaking, death will just...
Once you're consumed by hatred, it will become next to impossible.
You're right. The fact that we can approach these questions from this perspective isn't because we're more rational than them. It's because we're fortunate enough not to have suffered that kind of loss. But that also makes us perfectly positioned to stand on the outside and try to pull them back from the brink before it's too late.
फाटुई का एक पागल डॉक्टर है वो ही इज आल्सो हार्बिंजर उसने कोली पे बहुत एक्सपेरिमेंट किया था यूजिंग द एविस पावर डिल्यूशन को परफेक्ट करने के लिए ऑफ कोर्स वो डिल्यूशन क्या नाम था उसका एक्चुअली विच का नाम मैं भूल गया स्कारलेट विच का नाम भूल गया क्या नाम था उसका आई डोंट नो उसे रायन शोगर ने तो पहले ही मार दिया तो मुझे मैं केयर नहीं करता उसके बारे में खैर उसको के बारे में सब चीजों के बारे में पता है तभी उस चीजों के बारे में सिंपैथी जता सकती है अपनी शी कैन रिलेट इट तो कोई ऐसे मत समझना कि कोई बस दिलासा दिलाने के लिए से बोले नहीं वो ये सब चीजों को सहन कर चुकी है अब आगे
I understand Kyria's decision, but I still want to stop him. Master, Sylvain, and Kyria. They all deserve to survive.
Huh. The fortunate...
Emilie, Traveler. Huh? Edgar.
Oh, it's you two! Didn't you head back to your room to rest, Edgar? Is it really okay for you to...
Besides, I don't have much time left in Sumeru. So
We could do that for you, Master.
No need. I would imagine Sheriff Sham...
the Night Watch! You mentioned...
That's right. I've stationed some of my men around the surrounding area, but we still don't have anyone standing guard next to Sylvain's room. Exactly. After some discussion, we concluded that Sylvain has the highest risk of being attacked next. And Emilie's expertise is sure to come in handy in a pinch. That's why I want you two stationed next to Sylvain's room. So, are you up for it?
Sounds perfectly reasonable.
चलो तो हमारे
Has Kiria given up on his revenge? Guess what? Still nothing unusual. Paimon took a peek into the room next door and Sylvain's already sleeping.
Perhaps Kiria's true motive was simply forcing Sylvain to No, that can't be right. If all he wanted was for Sylvain to be convicted for his true crimes, he could have tipped off the Marechaussee Phantom years ago. There must be something we're missing. Something extreme.
Maybe we just need to calm down a little. How about some tea? That herbal blend from earlier. You're right. Maybe we can look for a different distraction then, like... oh, there's a glaze lily here. Paimon didn't notice it earlier.
Flowers... Oh no! Sylvain's room! Quick!
Wait, what?
Hey, did you hear? Someone was attacked.
It was the older of the merchant brothers.
Yeah, I think his name was Sylvain.
First it was Mr. Edgar, then that merchant named Lucy.
Listen up, everyone. This is an act of crime.
It's been 3 days and they haven't even caught a glimpse of the guy. What is going on?
Do you think it could be the work of an... I mean, how do you get away with something like that with so...
Keep it moving, everyone. No loitering.
आखिर हुआ क्या?
I suppose.
You don't know that. Kiria already attacked you once, and you survived.
You were the only reason I managed to survive.
Even if I wasn't there, Tainari was also in the vicinity.
Is that so? I have exceptional students. Caring friend, but Kiria has nothing. It really makes you wonder.
If you really want an answer, I suppose you'll have to ask Kiria himself, once we finally catch him.
Well, Emilie, there's something else. But so many flowers were transported here for the show. Whether Kiria gets to me first, I know it's a lot.
Of course, ma'am.
Really? Now I truly...
Sheriff Sham still has some questions.
Go ahead. Best not to keep him waiting. He can...
I'm sorry, Master.
Another all-nighter. Paimon sure hopes Emilie's plan will... Emilie still isn't back. I hope she didn't run into any trouble.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
Traveler, I had my men start spreading the information you requested. The crowd is gone now. After listening to Emily's plan, I started getting the materials together. To be honest, I'm still not sure how the crowd...
The key clue was right in front of us the entire time. Let's go. We'll show you where the culprit hid it. Wasn't this incense originally in Lucien's room? This is it!
The glazed lily, huh?
बनाया था देखे तो? Oh damn, लगता है कुछ ज़्यादा ही बड़ा वीडियो होने वाला है.
Well, did you know? it only blooms at night.
Emilie, you're back!
Exactly as...
A flower that only blooms at night.
Exactly. Although, the Neelopala lotus, that's why Kyria chose the glaze lily as his mechanism.
If poured into the flower pot, the liquid would seep into the soil. That might prevent the substance from taking effect. There's a sticky substance on the edge of the flower petals. It's one I recognize. If you stick the petals together with slime condensate...
That's right! He applied a diluted form. That way, the Auguste would remain trapped inside during the daytime, unable to seep between the petals and evaporate into the air. This also allowed the... However, the diluted slime condensate wouldn't be viscous enough to prevent...
And Kyria could execute his revenge without having to step...
By the next morning, the sample of Auguste would have nearly fully evaporated. The glaze lily would...
Wait a second. You're telling me this version of Auguste is so toxic, and how did Edgar even survive ingesting a whole bottle?
That's because Auguste is just as dangerous now as it was all those years ago.
Ah, you mean people who are sensitive to elemental energy. So it's just some sort of happy coincidence that can't be right. They were involved in the operation.
I wouldn't use the word allergic necessarily. You can think of it this way. It's not that Sylvain and Lucien are innately sensitive.
In Fontaine, I experienced how drinking The incense I smelled earlier seemed familiar. In Sumeru, scholars use spirit...
Alchemically produced essential oils, the primordial seawater that caused unrest in Fontaine not too long ago.
That stuff gave us a lot of trouble when we first came to Sumeru.
Ah, yes.
In Sumeru, it's not uncommon to use incense indoors, so its presence...
Flowers were pretty important to this plan, huh?
Actually, it's not a coincidence at all.
No wonder he was willing to pay a small fortune to...
He probably used the mora Yelena left him, don't you think? That money was supposed to set him free, but in the end, it was just a tool.
There's a saying among forensic doctors in Fontaine, but up until this point, we haven't been able to detect any, but because he's been disguised as someone else.
Creating such an intricate mechanism out of a glaze lily, it all points to one Kyria and Edgar.
But Kyria was only in his teens back then. He would even... Edgar's lived here for so many years.
Bad news, Sheriff! Mr. Edgar was attacked!
What?
A dark shadow-like figure just ran out of his room. But before we could even react, the figure up and disappeared like some sort of Do you think Kyria kidnapped him?
I need you to think very carefully about this.
I mean, Mr. Edgar was so frail.
It would seem Master decided to tap into an ill-advised...
What? But that's so dangerous with...
But why? Why would he do that? He's already accomplished his revenge.
No. If his aim was to target everyone who...
If he left Sylvain alive yesterday, not out of a desire to see him suffer, but to confirm the truth about why Yelena...
Then there's still...
ओके या तो एडगर ही क्यूरिया है डिल्यूशन जिसको क्या बुढ़ा हो चुका है या फिर पता नहीं क्या हो रहा है यार गेंशिन वाले तो कुछ ज्यादा सस्पेंस में भेज रहे हैं वैसे भी उनका नाम खराब हो चुका है गेंशिन वालों का
The shadow-like figure ran in the direction of the elevator, and my partner immediately chased after them.
We should hurry before they're forced to confront each other.
Where in the world did he go? Let's ask the merchants nearby.
It's all right. Please, calm down and take a deep breath. Can you...
How could...
This is terrifying.
No! Don't come any closer! Scatter!
If we go any further, we'll be out of port almost.
It's all right. I can detect a faint whiff of the scent from here. It's this way. Please, follow me.
Gather!
There is no escape!
The scent is getting stronger. This must be the place.
What's our objective?
This world is full of unsolved mysteries.
तो पहली बार होगा कि मैं किसी वीडियो में एक टोटल क्वेस्ट को कंप्लीट करने वाला हूँ।
Oh! Are you all right? Were you attacked?
No, I'm all right.
Let me take a look.
The air definitely feels heavy. It smells nice, but for some reason, this feeling.
Everything looks all right. It was probably just the stress of the chase.
I can't rest. Mr. Edgar is still in there. He's a good man.
Oz, you need to calm down and listen to me.
But how is that possible? Mr. Edgar is 70-something.
That's precisely why he had to resort to extraordinary measures to age himself. Kyria used a delusion to bring back the Auguste flower, corroding his body.
No. He couldn't have. Mr.
And what if the impersonation started before he... I've yet to confirm it, but I suspect Kyria killed the real Edgar in Fontaine not long after his... While Edgar was incarcerated, Kyria started making preparations to replace him, including forcefully aging his body, studying perfumery, and planning the new Edgar then decided to relocate to Sumeru, seemingly out of an innocuous desire to let go of the past. He even left perfume making in favor of mentoring students. But these decisions were all for a specific purpose, the need to distance himself from anyone who might see through the facade. And Sumeru fit the bill to a T, with no one around to question his identity. All he had to do was grow a beard, don a pair of glasses, make a few minor alterations to his appearance, and everyone would believe he was exact. As the years went by, he removed his disguise little by little and continued to refine his skills. It would have been a gradual
That explains why Sylvain said he barely recognized Edgar back at the hotel! He aged himself decades beyond his years just so he could accomplish his revenge.
I need to find Mr. Edgar. He's not that kind of...
What you really need is to get out...
No,
Wait! This environment is likely being influenced by the delusion. Any discomfort, no matter how slight, should not be treated lightly.
कोहली पर delusion का experiment किया गया था, इसलिए कोहली को सबके बारे में पता है. She's needed here actually.
I know how to relieve your symptoms, Mr. Ooze. Please come with me and rest. I'm sure Kyria... No, Edgar wouldn't want any...
Kale's right. The Traveler and I will take things from here. From our brief exposure to a goose, this leads me to believe those blessed with a vision or capable of wielding elemental power are more resistant to the effects of abnormal... Actually, now that I think about it, this stronghold likely has more... I hate to trouble you, but we...
Thanks. Hear that? We're heading out. There's work to be done.
Got it.
Traveler, Emilie, Paimon, for someone whose only purpose in life is revenge, there's no telling what they'll do when there's no reason to move forward.
Don't worry. This isn't the end. We're not going to let a goose kill anyone else. Monsters. Perhaps they were attracted here by the increased level of elemental energy. Extract!
Gather!
Shine down!
Scatter!
I've never seen these seeds before. They must also have been created with the power of a delusion. It seems to be avoiding us, and there's no other way forward. Perhaps we could try luring it to the edge of the cliff.
Whoa, look at all the Auguste flowers! There are so many of them. I can't believe a single person did all this. Must have taken a lot of time.
I fear that statement is truer than you know, Paimon. Using a delusion comes at a cost. Not just time, but the time you have left to live.
But why would Kyria need this many Auguste flowers? He only needed a few bottles of Auguste to carry out his...
Perhaps hatred wasn't the only emotion. Not long ago, he told me he didn't want all the flowers transported to Sumeru to wither away in a foreign land. But Kyria betrayed Snezhnaya, abandoned Fontaine, and lived his entire life in for someone with nowhere to call home. Perhaps dying among a bed of Auguste flowers just like his sister is...
I will have order.
There is no escape!
Time for retribution!
Reconstitute! A little ambiance!
Now you shall perish! Ha! Ha!
Solidify!
Shine down!
Germinate! Verdict is...
Fresh and floral!
देखिए आपको चलना पड़ेगा
The scent of flowers is getting stronger. We're almost at the end.
Oh damn, 2 घंटा हिट होने वाला है guys. Okay, हम पहुंच गए almost समय में. एडगर आ गया. Sorry. Kiria, हमारा.
The scent of flowers is getting stronger. We're almost at the end.
Did they catch up that fast? No. My strength is just waning.
Wow, delusion. ये pyro delusion था. Damn. Same as Arlecchino.
But it doesn't matter. This is far enough.
Don't tell me ये booze dose लेकर supercharge करने के लिए.
This is a garden of August flowers. But it's not mine. It's the one that was set on fire all those years ago in Fontaine. Yelena? Yelena! You tried to hide it from me, but the reason why you continued to use the delusion, the reason why you set your garden on fire, I shouldn't have listened to you that day. I shouldn't have taken the Mora and ran. But by the time I realized something wasn't right, there was nothing left. I know I'm almost 20 years too late. I should have come looking for you. I should have died with you that day. Yelena? Yelena! No! Don't leave me! Please, Yelena!
Emilie, I'm alive. No.
That was an illusion, likely brought about by the residual toxin in your body coupled with the...
No! The amount of August I drank, it should have been a fake.
We started making the preparations last night with one goal, to create a perfect accord. The accord is the basis of perfume making,
the product in its most primitive form. Ambergris mixed with cedar wood, rounded out with a base note of agar wood.
This is the scent of leather?
Exactly. We're unable to extract essential oils from leather, but by combining other raw materials, we can recreate its essence. That is the purpose of an accord.
Does that mean you can recreate any scent in the whole world?
I'm afraid not. Certain fragrances in this world are simply one of a kind. That quality is what draws people in and fuels their obsessions.
If I wear a goose to the ball, I'll also be one of a kind.
Our competitor already got their hands on it. Hurry, Mama.
It doesn't matter how much it costs. I have to buy something better.
This fragrance will be one of a kind, no more. Myths can be deconstructed. Miracles can be recreated. All it takes is skill, experience, limitless exploration, and a little patience. The only thing left is determining where the real Auguste is hidden. Pretending to be attacked means he's not free to move around. Auguste must be hidden within reach.
Paimon took a peek through the window earlier and his house was packed with flowers.
The curator commissioned a flower pot from Kasharawar, capable of retaining heat and moisture.
Perfumes are as beautiful as flowers, and equally as delicate. When stored, you must take care to control the temperature and keep them away from direct sunlight. Did you get all that, Emilie?
I got it.
Did you hear? Someone was attacked again last night.
So, Sylvain is dead. Is that right?
Yes, Master.
So, you switched the bottles of Auguste.
Convincing you that your revenge had been completed was the easiest.
Impossible. Even if you found if Auguste was so easy.
It was a combination of rainbow roses, glaze lilies, and Cecilias. But recently, we found a way for them to work.
Rainbow roses?
Auguste was created over 10 years ago. All this time, perfumery techniques are advancing day by day. The mythos surrounding Auguste may have been untouchable almost.
The past.
You've been working as a perfumer for all these years. You should have always known that but the meaning you assigned to Auguste became so inflated, you allowed yourself to get lost in it. You believed in its divinity and grandeur. Your obsession with Auguste is also what allowed us.
We just didn't expect it to happen so fast.
Well, you hit the net. So, since you've been preparing your accord since last night, I assume you've also figured out my... That means the news of Sylvain's death. The crowd gathered out...
Yes. If we hadn't, you might have resorted to the delusion out of desperation, or continued to use your spirit-born...
Who knows? Maybe I would have just offed myself then and...
I know if you had things your way, you would carry the truth of Edgar's demise and the secrets of this garden to the grave, but I'm sorry, Master. I don't want to see any... Sylvain only inhaled us. All the crimes he concealed back then will be exposed in a court of law for...
Is that so? Well...
Whoa, he accepted that kind of fast.
I don't feel the need to justify my actions. Nor I did what I said.
Careful, everyone. This environment is dangerous.
Stick close and hurry up.
Looks like I'm almost...
Of course, Master.
The combination you used to make...
The scent of Auguste is complex and varied, yet the main... So, as I was analyzing the sample yesterday...
You're saying Yelena designed Auguste to have the scent of multiple...
Rainbow roses, glaze lilies, Cecilias... But if you cultivate a new flower species that intrinsically carries the unique features...
Rainbow roses.
glaze lilies, Yelena.
फाउंटेन में कहाँ चले दीदी? चलो आप भी चलो हमारे हैरम लिस्ट में आ जाओ। बस ओह डैम। ओके 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 बेबी कुछ ज़्यादा ही चली हो रही है और एक ट्रैवलर यहीं आ गया है।
Did you know? Miss Emilie's releasing a... Right, I heard about that. I think it...
अच्छा तो येलेना के नाम पे उसने
Seems like everyone in Fontaine is talking about the new perfume.
I was hoping to release it without such a fuss, but I just hope it won't become the source of some new myth. Especially after all the work we did to... I did! Although I made a few modifications to the formula. Also, I was hoping you could try out the fragrance...
Of course! A good sense of...
I want to peel it, please. मैं तो चाहता हूँ तू peel it, मर जाती है।
Oh, it's...
It's alright. Besides, when it comes to perfume, commenting on whether it smells good is a most...
Right! Do those flowers have some special meaning?
If I had to guess...
A language of flowers? Oh, we've heard of that before!
What each flower is said to represent varies by person and across different moments. After returning to Fontaine, I did some research, and it... Forget the pet, perhaps that's the legacy Yelena always intended. Not the nobility.
You think Kyria knew about?
I paid him a visit before his trial and explained what I found. Who knows? Maybe she didn't mean anything by it at all. That... Yelena is gone. We'll never know what she was thinking. We can look for meaning even if that is what she was trying to say. Avenging her death? That was... Kyria cultivated his revenge like a flower. He was committed to making it bloom, even if in the end, it didn't bear the fruit he was hoping for. In any case, he did want me to pass along his thanks. Thank you for saving my life, for giving me the chance to learn that a goose could have carried a very different meaning.
सुमेरु and इनुसुमा आपके लिए हार्ड हो सकता है, वरना तो अगर आप लोग जोंगली का स्टोरी क्वेस्ट करो तो जो उसका चैप्टर 2 है एशटा के साथ जो फाइट है वो आप करो तो बेहतर रहेगा। आई मीन ऑफ कोर्स चैप्टर 1 के बाद। और रही बात हमारे फाउंटेन का, फाउंटेन उतना भी डिफिकल्ट नहीं है एक्चुअली, सच में इतना डिफिकल्ट नहीं है फाउंटेन। आउटकम क्वेस्ट इसका इजी है।
Love and hatred are a privilege. When someone dies, they're thoughts, but even if it's only a conjecture, the meaning we give to flowers, and yet at the very outset,
इतना पेशेंस नहीं है मेरे पास। ओ भाई तबीयत और बिगड़ रही है मेरी। ऑफ कोर्स स्क्रीन के सामने इतने देर से बैठा हूँ, इतने देर से 2 घंटे से बैठा हूँ। हेलो ऐसा मत करो यार, मुझे बात करना है, सिर्फ बात करना है।
बस चल के अगर नहीं मिली दीदी तो वीडियो यही बंद कर दूंगा, वरना दीदी के बिना अधूरा है। सीरियसली यार, ट्रैवलर से ज़्यादा सिंपल तो मैं कर रहा हूँ, पर भाई के लिए तो विंगमैन बनना ज़रूरी है। ट्रैवलर भाई जैसा है मेरा, जितना भी सरकारी जितना भी यूज़ खेल उससे बेकार पिकअप लाइन है। जी क्या बेकार पिकअप लाइन मारा है मैंने। अरे यार ठीक है, ओके थोड़ा थोड़ा दिखाए थे कास्ट में। हाँ, अगर आप लोग को ये वीडियो अच्छा लगे तो वीडियो को लाइक करना, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना ऐसे अमेजिंग कंटेंट के लिए। एंड या कितने घंटे का वीडियो है? 2 घंटा 10 मिनट। प्लीज़ बेयर विथ इट। सो या फॉर नाउ टाटा।